Hello everybody, I'm here for a recent vinyl finds video. I've got a shitload of records to share, so just before I forget, what we're listening to is a CD that I featured in a couple videos back. Castor, Flying Over. It's on Digitalis Industries. We're listening to track 2, On the Edge. Recorded in Finland. So yeah, great stuff. Hope you enjoy it. All right. I got some really amazing records recently, and I can't see really how many records can top this record that I bought. Honestly, like I bought it. I knew this band. I don't have any of their music. Don't have any CDs. Don't have any records. But this album is so killer. I highly recommend it. Anybody, we all like music. So if you like music at all, this has got to be in your collection for sure. I mean, even if you don't like post-rock, the way that these songs are put together is absolutely brilliant. Like, I absolutely love this record. This whole thing is so good. Mogwai. Hardcore Will Never Die, But You Will. On Sub Pop Records. I think it's only $16 too online. So, I mean, this, I've never been blown away by, well, I shouldn't say I've never been, but I haven't been blown away by a record like this in a while, so this is really good. So anyways, check that out. Also, another really great record, Deerhoof's versus Evil. Their first album on Polydor. This is their 11th album. This is the inside. This is the band. This is a fantastic. I mean, it's Deerhoof. They're so innovative, so creative, so ridiculously good. Like, they're just fantastic. Sorry, I'm gushing here of these new records. All right, so now we're moving on to a few 50-cent records. Can you believe that? Actually, you can buy records still for 50 cents. All right, so anyways, here we go. Sushi and the Banshees, Peep Show. This is their 9th album. I was looking some information on this record up online and stuff, and basically I found a quote that really sums it up well. It says, "Peep Show takes place in some distorted fairground of the mind where weird and wonderful shapes loom." So that was from Q Magazine. So this is a great record for 50 cents and impeccable, perfect, clean vinyl. So except for these stickers, but I'm working on getting those off. This was a really interesting find too for 50 cents. A record by Sandie, Hand in Glove, which is a Smiths cover. Basically the Smiths sort of went to her. She's a 60s sort of singer-songwriter that they really respected and asked her to cover some of their music. And so she did, after a little bit of coaxing. And Morrissey did all the artwork on the front here, and yeah, it's pretty good too. Like it's really different take on Hand in Glove, which is off, I believe, the Smiths' first album. This is on Sire Records, and it was released in 1984. There's the back. See, there's where it says, Sandie, Johnny Marr, Andy Rourke, Mike Joyce. Really cool stuff. And it's a promo too. This a lot of these records came from a DJ, and they're all like marked up on with tunes that he really liked. But I don't care about that really. I mean, I'd rather not be there. This one was not 50 cents, but I got a really good price on this. It was only $10, and it's like it was just taken out of the shrink wrap, I swear. The Cure's Disintegration. This is their 8th studio album. I guess Robert Smith was unhappy with the newfound popularity of The Cure, and he turned to hallucinogenic drugs when he made this record, which I didn't really know, so thank you, Wikipedia. So anyway, The Cure's Disintegration. Sad bastard music is what I like to call it. It's good stuff though, it's good stuff. And this is like completely unlike any of the records I've shown, but Roger Miller, I've always had a weak spot for Roger Miller. This is, he's basically, those of you who don't know Roger Miller, like he's country-tinged novelty songs basically, like King of the Road and Dang Me, Tug-a-Lug, and all those ones. So there's the back. So Marianne Faithfull's A Child's Adventure, really great record, 50 cents. I couldn't believe it. I don't know. Sometimes I don't feel like, sometimes they don't really know what records they have. But anyway, this is their 10th album, released in 1983 on Island Records. It's really mellow, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful. This was a really nice find too. Again, 50 cents, double record, Island Story. Basically a compilation of Island Records, complete with a lot of the early reggae stuff that they released. So and there's the inside. There's a bunch of the people that are featured on the record. So this was a really great find. This was a blind buy, only 50 cents, so I couldn't go wrong. It's a group. I don't know if many of you have ever heard of this group, but they're called The Balancing Act. They're also on IRS Records. That's pretty much why I picked it up, and it's really, really great stuff. It's like post-rock kind of, I don't know, it's hard to explain really, but they do a cover of from Funkadelic, and the track is called Can You Get to That? Funkadelic cover. There it is there, like 5th or 6th song down. Cool stuff, cool stuff. Lead singer from The Cars, his first solo record, Beatitude, Rick Ocasek. Pretty good stuff. It's released in 1982 on Geffen Records. This is a promo copy. Chris Hillman of The Byrds, his second solo album called Clear Sailing, which is pretty good actually. It's pretty impressive. He basically was one of the pioneers of country rock, basically, like from Flying Burrito Brothers and whatnot. This was released in 1977. It's called Clear Sailing. The funkiest record you probably will ever be able to buy, honestly. Like, this has been sampled so much by hip-hop artists, the Jimmy Castor Bunch. I got that one for 99 cents. It's in mint condition. It's a great, great find. Released in 1972. It's their second album, and it's a funk classic. Total funk classic. One of the most popular tunes on here is Troglodyte, Caveman. Super, super cool stuff. The Style Council, band I don't really know much about, but I took a chance, 50 cents. It's really, it's a little mellow for me. It's a little too mellow, but I'll give it a few more listens and see. The Singular Adventures of the Style Council. So I don't know, I just thought I'd check this out for 50 cents. I don't know if it's going to be my speed or not, but... Fine Young Cannibals. I know, pretty crazy, like really sort of a mainstream record to pick up. But how many of you knew, though, that they covered a Buzzcocks song on this record? That's right. It's Ever Fallen in Love with Someone You Shouldn't Have. So anyway, I thought I'd pick this up, not only for nostalgic reasons, but for that Buzzcocks record, their song. Guadalcanal Diary, 2x4. There's a band I never really knew much about, but I kind of like the cover, so I picked it up. It was, again, 50 cents. So it's their third album, released in 1987. It's basically jangly pop in the vein of like sort of REM or whatever. It's pretty good stuff though. It's really good stuff. A singer-songwriter that Big Star 1000 sort of turned me on to, that when I thought, well, if I ever see any of her records, I'll pick them up. So I actually did. And this is Laura Nyro, or Nyro, I'm not sure how you say it, but Mother's Spiritual. This is her 8th studio album, released in 1984. It's really, really, really easygoing stuff. But nice, really nice and pleasant, just really nice Sunday afternoon music. And more funk from an 80s band that brought you a word up. Everybody say, when you hear your call, you got to get it on your way. Word up. Yep, Cameo, Machismo. This is actually a really great record. And you know what? Another thing that I was so surprised about when I looked on the back of this, Miles Davis. They convinced Miles Davis to play horn on one of the songs. I'll even prove it. In the Night, featuring Miles Davis. Can you believe that? Anyway, and it's a great tune too. Like his horn is unmistakable on it, of course. But I was just so surprised. This is their follow-up from 1988, and Word Up is not on this one. So, all right, a classical record that I'm sure that Godspeed You Black Emperor took a little nod from. Honestly, I listened to this, I was like, wow, when's the guitar gonna come in? And the Rachmaninoff Symphony Number 2, really great stuff. Almost like a soundtrack from a movie music, but it's really, really beautiful. I didn't know, again, 50 cents. Picked it up, just taking a chance. I love it. It's great stuff. And the last record is Australian Crawl, which I'm sure Big Star 1000 is familiar with. This is a record called Semantics, released in 1983. Basically a surf rock band from Australia. Promo only. Well, this is a promo copy. It was 50 cents. I haven't actually listened to this one yet, but I'm looking forward to it. If anybody has any more information on them, please let me know. So there you have it, guys. There's some recent vinyl finds for you all. I welcome your comments. I actually love your comments. Please give me some comments. Comment. Word up!